This presentation is for educational purposes only, and the opinions expressed are those of the presenter only. All trades presented are not traded in a live account and should be considered hypothetical. Hello everybody and welcome to Hawkeyefx with your host Marcus Toombs on the 4th of September 2017, and this is my weekly review. Now if you remember last week's review here on the 28th of August, the euro had turned up and the pound had turned up, and we were looking for continued strength. Now we'll see this worked out very nicely with pound strength throughout the week and euro strength through to the end of the week, where it then turned down and started on a weakening cycle. Against this we can see all our other currencies weakened through the start of the week, with the Canadian strengthening in the latter half of the week and the Aussie also turning up in the latter part of the week. Looking here at the euro charts, then you can see at the start of the week we were already strengthening going into the week, and then this strength continued until peaking here on Wednesday against the US dollar, and this was against all our other currencies. And then at the back end of last week we saw some US dollar, pound, Canadian and Aussie strength coming back into the market. And looking now at the 4-hour charts for the pound, you can see here that we were strengthening going into the week except against the euro, and the pound then strengthened against all of the currencies through the week, only turning here against the CAD and slightly the Aussie towards the end of the week. Okay, my trade of the week was pound strength as it turned up from oversold territory against yen weakness coming down from overbought territory. Now in this currency pair you will hear me talk about looking for trading opportunities, and I just want to show you a couple of those that we could have taken on this currency pair. Now this is the trade parameter, the low, the high and the pullback to the 50, and a trade up here that is continuing as I speak. Now this started back here on the 24th of August, and you can see here the beginning of the week, the 28th here, we'd be looking to get into this trend run. Now if we look at this pullback here that happened on the 29th, this then gives us some nice trading opportunities. If you like to trade the 60-minute charts, then we have a trading opportunity here, our high, our low, our pullback here to the 38, and then it came up here and hit our second profit target at the 261. What we also need to do just at the point at which we enter the trade here is confirm on our fat man. So looking at the 60-minute fat man, we can confirm our point of entry with the pound just turning up to come into strength and the yen in a weakening cycle. Or if you want to trade the 5-minute charts at that same point in time, you can see here the yen strengthened, giving us then some trade parameters of a low, a high, a pullback. Once we break this previous high, we can enter the trade, run it up to our second profit target here at the 261 level. Again, confirming our point of entry here on the 5-minute fat man for yen weakness and pound strength. Okay, so what am I looking for this week? Firstly, I'm expecting this pound to continue to strengthen, and we shall look for a raft of PMI data for the pound. The first one on Monday, the construction PMI. The second one, the services, all important services PMI on Tuesday. And the final one is the manufacturing production on Friday. I'm also looking for the Canadian to continue to strengthen this week, turning up again here on a double shoulder. And as you see here on the Canadian 4-hour charts, the Canadian is currently our strongest currency. Now, if you are trading the Canadian dollar, do look out for the interest rate decision on Wednesday, and look out for the rhetoric from the Bank of Canada as we expect them to keep their interest rate on hold at 0.75%. Now the euro hit some major levels last week, not least the 1.2 level against the euro US dollar, and has since turned down for some weakness, and I will expect this weakness to continue into Thursday when we have the interest rate decision from the ECB. Now we are expecting the rates to be kept on hold, so do look out for a change in monetary policy which will give the direction for the euro over the coming weeks. Now there are no major news releases for the New Zealand dollar, so I expect this to continue to weaken. And finally, with the Japanese yen, we can see we have the second reading of GDP on Friday, but this currency will be more influenced with a risk-off appetite if the situation in North Korea develops further. In summary then, I'm looking for volatility to pick up this week coming into September, and with some major news releases on our currencies. I'll be specifically looking for pound strength, Canadian dollar strength and euro weakness. And as usual, I wish you all the best for your trading this week.